Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and we're back here at the Baseball Hut 2, and hopefully you'll like this video and subscribe as we talk about the Mets again, and a rumor. We got a rumor here. It's a very interesting rumor. You see with the title of it, it's about Max Scherzer. But before we get into this again, I need you to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and of course, you gotta like the video to help the channel out. But as you know, the Mets are not playing well. They did win on Tuesday night, 7-2 against the Brewers. David Peterson pitched pretty well against not a great lineup. It's not a great Brewers lineup, but the Mets are not doing well. I mean, there's 7 games under 500. There's 6 games behind the Braves. This is the worst the Mets have played since 2003 at this point in the season. And they've lost almost 10 games in the standings in the last month, which is just unfathomable at this point. You don't normally see that kind of collapse from one contender to the other, rivals. That doesn't normally happen. But here we are. Now later on, Wednesday, Steve Cohen will have his press conference where he'll talk about the team. The interesting things that was said on Tuesday, I guess, kind of sets the stage that the Mets are not going to be selling anytime soon. But we do have another month left before the trading deadline, which is August 1st at 6 p.m. And they have full support behind Buck, full support behind Billy Epler. But reality is the most important thing. You can't hope that things are going to turn around by just wishing it. The players have to hold themselves accountable, play better, and the front office has to do a better job of accountability. I think they've kind of done that. Buck has been a little shaky on his own personal accountability. But just for this instance, for this video, say the Mets don't contend. Well, maybe they decide to pull the chute on this season, and they start moving veteran players. And one of the veteran players that was mentioned in a rumor on Tuesday night was Mets ace, future Hall of Famer, Max Scherzer. Now Scherzer, right now 7-2 before his start on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever he's going to start, and Thursday, and his ERA is almost 4. He has not pitched well at times. He's looked kind of old, to be honest with you. He's had trouble with his slider. We know about the sticky hands. Don't want to shake his hand, just like Sticky Smith. You don't want to shake his hand because you might not get your hand back. But he has a contract with the Mets. He's got a 2-year deal that includes an opt-out that he can exercise at the end of the year. He can either opt into the season for 2024 or he can opt out. But it is a massive contract. I believe it's $140 million for 3 years. And he signed that last winter and he played last season. The rumor is from Anthony DiComo from MLB.com that he would be willing to waive his no-trade clause, which he has, for the right situation. Now that's interesting. Interesting. That's very interesting that rumor had popped up. Now, we also know, according to DiComo, he amended and said, look, if the Mets don't do well, they don't turn this around, he will do that. Otherwise, he is committed, this is Max Scherzer, he's committed to win with the Mets, okay? But what would a trade like that entail? First of all, the Mets would have to guarantee that they would pick up some of the money, I would think, for next season. Now, the rumor is that the Mets are willing to take on contract to improve their team either this year or next year by maybe asking for a prospect and then taking a bad contract. In this situation, you would be picking up a bad contract that really is not a bad contract, but it's just got a lot of money attached to it. And as you know, Steve Cohen doesn't really care much for spending money. He'll spend it whatever it takes to win. He'll do that, and he's shown that over the last 3 years as owner. But what would that kind of deal entail? I mean, he would probably go on a trade with a team that can afford him. Maybe go back to the Dodgers. Maybe the Giants. I could definitely see that. Maybe the Rangers. Rangers could always use more pitching. You know, their bullpen needs a little help. They could definitely use a pitcher of his status. That's for sure. Maybe the Astros. That's a possibility. He's got a record of 7-2. He's winning games. I mean, that's not out the realm of possibility. The Dodgers seem to be the most likely place because the Dodgers really wanted to bring him back after he pitched for them the last 2 months in 2021. And they did like him. He did, according to the reports, he enjoyed his time there in Los Angeles, and they were the second choice that he had prior to him deciding to sign with the Mets. Now, as you know, with the Mets, he pitched really well last year until he got hurt. And he struggled down the stretch of last season, and we know that he did not pitch well in October in the 2 games that were very important to us Met fans and really very important to this franchise. He didn't beat the Braves, which the Mets needed him to pitch well against the Braves in the second game in October when the Mets were in Atlanta trying to hold off the Braves in terms of winning the division. He didn't pitch well. Then in Game 1, a few days later, against the wild card opponent in the wild card game, San Diego Padres, in Game 1, he gave up a lot of home runs. He didn't look good. When he pitched in Atlanta a few weeks ago, he didn't look good again. So as Met fans, we want to see this guy perform well. Now, the resume and the baseball card will dictate in a lot of ways what you get in return. Now, if the Mets take back a bad contract from say the Dodgers or the Giants, and they get a big prospect back along with having to give money away for next season with this Scherzer contract, who knows? It is fun to talk about. I love talking about trades. I live for that. Any kind of trade that involves the New York Mets, or any kind of talk about it. I mean, I've been loving that stuff since I was a kid, and you should like it too, because it's a lot of fun. Now people say, well, that trade, it's not going to happen. Enjoy it. That's the most important thing, is enjoy the games and enjoy baseball, And rumors are part of it. The rumors is a big part of sports. Is like, who are we going to get? We're going to get this guy. We're going to get that guy. That guy's going to be a Hall of Famer. Hope we can get him. But you let me know what you think about this video. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. I have some rumors going along as we get close to the trade deadline. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.